Hey, what's going on, family? Welcome to another video, and today we're going to talk about 5 ways one rental property actually makes you money. So real quick, most of you already know I do real estate full time. I have sold and purchased dozens and dozens of rental properties, and I still have dozens of rental properties today. And for most people, y'all think that, a rental property only bring in money one way, which is the rental income minus the expenses that's involved with the rental property, which is another video for another day. That can't be farther from the truth. And the reason real estate is probably the #1 wealth building tool in America is because of these 5 ways that it actually do pay you. We all know cash flow, we got appreciation, we got the principal pay down, we got depreciation, and we got rent growth. So let's go through all of those real quick. So let's talk about the first way, which is the most obvious way that rental properties pay you, which is cash flow. And cash flow, most of us already know, is the rental income minus the expenses. And I want to save the expenses part for a whole nother video because that's a whole nother topic where a lot of people get wrong. But basically, let's just use fake numbers. Your rental property bring in $1,000 and all the expenses associated with that rental property is $500. So your rental cash flow, your income is $500 every single month. So that's the first way a rental property pay you. The second way a rental property pay you, which helps you build wealth, is appreciation, y'all. And on average, right? I'm talking about not this year in 2023, not in 2022, but on average, over the course of, let's say, the last 20 years, you can expect that your rental property will appreciate between 3 to 5%. So what do that mean? So let's just say that you bought a property this year for $200,000, right? Based on how much it appreciates on average every year, next year it'll be worth $208,000 without you doing anything to the property. That's just because of appreciation. So that's the way number 2. Way number 3, and that is your principal pay down. And what that means is, most people, when they buy a rental property, they got some type of mortgage or loan on a property. And if you got tenants in there paying the property for you, every month, they're actually paying down that loan every single month. So not only is the property appreciating, but also the loan is being paid down at the same time. So that gap get bigger and bigger and bigger, and your net worth is getting larger and larger. So let's talk about the 4th way, which is why a lot of wealthy people like to invest in real estate, and that is depreciation of the building. First and foremost, no building is going to last forever, right? Every building have a lifespan, and according to the IRS, that lifespan is 27 and a half years. So let's use an example, right? Let's say we bought a property, let's say it was $100,000. Let's say the land was worth $20,000 and the building was worth $80,000. So we get to write off $80,000 over a span of 27 and a half years every year, which means that's probably like $2,900, $3,000 per year you get to write off on your taxes. So that's why a lot of wealthy people do it, and that's why a lot of wealthy people like to buy multi-families, 30 units, 40 units. The more the property costs, the bigger the property is, the more they can depreciate and write off on their taxes. So that's way number 4. So the 5th way a rental property pay you is the rental growth. So y'all know, a lot of y'all, if you live in an apartment or you ever lived in an apartment, every year your rent is going up by $20, $40, $60. So on average, right? Rental rates grow at least 4% every single year. Now, this year it was different than 2022, than 2021. I'm talking about over the span of the last 20 to 30 years, rental properties increase 4% every single year. So for example, if you have a rental property that you're renting out this year for $1,000, you can expect to receive $1,040 next year. And every year, 4%, 4%, 4%. So that's why people love rental properties, right? Those 5 reasons. You really can build your net worth really fast, and to become a millionaire is not that difficult. With 4 or 5 properties, depending on the price point and where they at, you could become a real estate millionaire fairly quick. It's something to be proud of, but it's not going to feel life changing. So you see a lot of people online saying they are a real estate millionaire. They got a 7-figure rental portfolio and all that. I mean, for some people, that's only 4 or 5 properties to have $1 million worth of rental properties. And I'm gonna get more and more into the real estate portion of these YouTube videos because I do real estate every day. I just don't want to make the channel only about real estate. But as y'all can see, man, owning some real estate, owning some rental properties, it definitely can help you grow your net worth really fast. And we ain't even talking about, borrowing against your rental properties as leverage because of the equity you got in the properties or taking out a HELOC. Just with rental properties, man, it's one of those things that's super boring. You're not going to really feel like you getting anywhere or you super rich with only, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 properties. In order to start feeling like, all right, my life is changing, is when you start reaching maybe 10, 15, 20 properties. Because that's when the rental income is probably at, you know, 10K a month. But when you're only receiving, you know, an extra $1,000 a month on top of like getting phone calls or headaches, depending on how you are managing that, rental properties don't seem sexy. But this is something I encourage everybody to at least buy one a year, or try to buy one a year. Because if you buy one a year, in 10 years you own 10, amongst other things you're doing, not just real estate, you're gonna be good to go, honestly. For me personally, I like to treat my rental properties literally as savings accounts that I can't tap into. So if I got a rental property, I know it's not as easy as clicking the button, transferring the money, and then me taking it out and buying some dumb shit. With a rental property, I know that the money is growing slowly, but it's growing, and I get to borrow against it, I get to sell it, whatever it is I want to do, right? One of my rental properties would probably be for my daughter's college, right? When it's time for her to go to college, by the time she's 18, it'll be paid off. I'll just set a property, pay off for her entire college. So I look at it different ways. A lot of people look at it different ways, but I know a lot of people don't care about real estate, but in my opinion, everybody should have or be involved or own some type of real estate, maybe 2, 3 properties. It's just important, in my opinion, to diversify what you got your money invested in. And real estate definitely should be one of them. And if a lot of y'all don't know, you see I'm wearing my hat right now. The 9 to 5 Flipping Houses Master Class, which is a whole program where we get deep involved into real estate, not just wholesaling real estate, but rental properties, fix and flip, all kinds of stuff. So if you're interested in that, tap the link below in my next free live class and see if it's something you might be interested in. But until then, I'll see y'all in the next video. Let's get it.